Controversial Northwest businessman Brown Mogotsi has been located and is giving police his statement. Mogotsi's whereabouts have been unknown since Monday after a failed hit on him. A red Chevrolet sedan Mogotsi was traveling in on Monday night allegedly came under hail of bullets by men driving a white bakkie along the N3 highway towards Vosloorus on the East Rand. Now, police have confirmed that Mogotsi, along with his lawyer, are cooperating with the investigating team. It's believed Mogotsi is giving the police a statement on the events that took place on Monday night and also on the police search and seizure on his business premises in the Northwest last month. For more on this, we cross to SABC News reporter Neria Hlakotsa, who's at the Vosloorus Police Station for us. Good afternoon, Neria. Quite a significant development insofar as Brown Mogotsi's hit or attempted hit story from yesterday. Just share with us what we know now, because just behind you, we can still see the vehicle in question from yesterday.
Good afternoon to you. Indeed, that vehicle is still here at the Vosloorus Police Station. But what we've heard from police is that Mogotsi is giving that statement at his lawyer's place. So he's essentially not here at the police station. That's what we know so far. But you must remember that yesterday police waited for Brown Mogotsi to come present himself to this police station after that attempted hit to his life. And the police waited because yesterday already police were saying that all they know is that it was a white bakkie that fired those 11 bullets on this car. I will just move out of shot so that we can all see that the car is still here, and we remember that it is riddled with bullets, and according to police it was 11 of them. And what we also know from yesterday was that no one was injured during this incident. And when we spoke to police at Mate, the spokesperson, she was saying that they are urging Brown Mogotsi to basically come to the police station because he is essentially a victim of a crime. But they also mentioned how they have been struggling to get hold of Mogotsi since October. You must remember that in October, the police did go and raid his business in the Northwest. And this is for a separate case, of course. And according to police, it's that case of defeating the ends of justice and corruption also. But they were struggling to find him, saying that when they were trying to get hold of him, one day he would answer his phone and other times he wouldn't answer his phone. And that was also the reason yesterday that they were also saying that his phone was off. But clearly today he decided to cooperate with the police and meet with them. And in fact, just to add on that, yesterday when Atlenda Mate was addressing the media, she did indicate that they had an appointment with Brown Mogotsi for today. His lawyers had said to the police that this time around they promised to meet them today, and it seemingly says that now they did stick to that appointment, and the police have been worried about that for weeks, as Atlenda was telling the media yesterday. So Brown Mogotsi currently, according to police, is cooperating with the police and is giving that statement, and it is through that statement that we will at least get to understand what happened on Monday night, because the details are still sketchy. We only know about the white bakkie. We don't know where the white bakkie was coming from, why Mogotsi was here in Vosloorus for at that time of the night, because he is someone who comes from Northwest. So hopefully now the police will also give us details. But remember also there was that question that was put to the police to say, do they think this incident was staged? But police said, you know what, we are doing our own investigations. And they were clear to say if this incident was staged, then of course Brown will be charged for attempting to defeat the ends of justice.
And we did see yesterday that they've brought in the big guns, because one of the ballistic experts is actually Chris Mangena, who has solved a number of cases, among those being the Oscar Pistorius case. So most certainly it's a very prominent case, or a case that's receiving a lot of attention. But do we know at this point the reluctance to actually present himself and depose to the statement specifically at the police station? Is it perhaps reluctance because of the presence of the media? What is the relationship now between Brown Mogotsi and police?
Look, it could be because of a myriad of reasons, but one of them also was the safety issue. Because you must remember also that Mogotsi is expected to appear before the Madlanga Commission. And we heard from the Commission yesterday when the news broke, the Commission saying they have been speaking to Brown Mogotsi, and they did in fact speak to him about the issue of his safety, but also saying that it is up to an individual to decide whether they will need any safety. So it could be a myriad of reasons really why Brown has chosen to do it like this and not come yesterday when people were camping outside of this police station to try see if he can tell the story of what happened. And maybe many are also just wondering because Brown Mogotsi has been someone who has been loudly and boldly speaking to the media until yesterday when the media actually wanted to speak to him and he was nowhere to be found. So you can see that now the matter is becoming more serious than what perhaps it was initially. Because remember, after the raid at his home, he was even actually welcoming the media, saying, I want the media to be there so that they can witness this raid. But now when the media was there yesterday, he was nowhere to be seen. But it could be for any reason, and one could obviously think safety is among one of them. But I also want to add, yesterday some of the witnesses who saw the shooting or who witnessed it, the car after it was shot at, they were speaking about how they saw a man who introduced himself to them as Brown Mogotsi. So, you know, the residents here in Vosloorus just saying that as soon as they heard that name, they too were just shocked at this incident and they were wondering what really happened because they didn't even see a gun there. They didn't also witness any blood. So right now, it's only through that statement really that we can understand what really happened, and we can also maybe understand where Brown Mogotsi's state of mind is at.
Neria, thank you very much for that update. SABC News reporter Neria Hlakotsa there, keeping a close eye on developments pertaining to the attempted hit from yesterday on Brown Mogotsi. And of course, the breaking news being that he has now made contact with the police and is currently deposing to a statement alongside his legal representative.